Hey, quiet warriors. There's a moment many people will never admit out loud. The moment when someone asks, "Why don't you have many friends?" and you're left with a silence that feels heavier than words. A silence that doesn't mean you are empty, but that connection itself is a rare kind of treasure. A Stoic man once compared friendship to finding a clear diamond in a world full of polished glass, similar in appearance, but worlds apart in value. If you've ever looked around and wondered why it seems so easy for others, yet so difficult for you, you're not alone. And you're not broken. As Marcus Aurelius once said, accept the things to which fate binds you, and sometimes that acceptance begins with understanding yourself in a world that often misunderstands what real friendship truly means. Today, on Stoic Quiet Strength, where power lives in silence and depth speaks louder than noise, we're stepping into a calm exploration of friendship, why some people don't have many, why your path might look different, and how those differences aren't weaknesses but markings of a unique inner journey. This isn't about blaming yourself or pointing fingers at society. It's about seeing the truth clearly, without judgment, and finding the wisdom hidden beneath the surface. This intro exists for one reason, to meet you where you are. Maybe you've felt the sting of sitting alone in a room full of people. Maybe you've given your trust to the wrong hands more times than you want to admit. Maybe you've wondered if something is wrong with you. But hear this clearly, friendship is not measured by quantity, and your worth is not defined by the number of people in your contact list. Sometimes, in a world obsessed with connections, the ones who stand alone for a season are the ones who ultimately understand connection the deepest. We'll explore this with gentleness but honesty. We'll look at the real reasons why some people struggle socially, not as flaws, but as parts of a much larger story that can be transformed into strength. And more importantly, we will walk step by step into practical, grounded Stoic actions you can take, not to force friendships, but to build the kind that genuinely last. Like a sculptor slowly revealing shape from stone, you will learn how to carve out relationships that feel natural, steady, and true. So breathe. Stay with me. Subscribe and let's walk this journey with calm minds and open hearts as we explore 9 deeply human reasons behind a quiet social life, through the lens of ancient wisdom and the soft strength you already carry within. 1. Shyness or introversion. From the moment you step into a crowded space, there's a subtle tension many people overlook. The quiet ones, the reflective ones, the introverted hearts who feel the noise of the world a little too sharply often struggle not because they lack something, but because they possess something deeper. Shyness or introversion is often misunderstood, treated like a problem to be solved instead of a perspective to be honored. But Stoicism invites us to see things differently. It reminds us that everything nature gives us has purpose, even our quieter tendencies. Introversion isn't a wall around you. It's a window into a more thoughtful world. It gives you the ability to observe, to understand, to feel more deeply than those who rush through conversations without hearing anything real. Marcus Aurelius once whispered through the centuries, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And the quiet mind is often the most beautifully colored of all. Imagine yourself at a gathering. You notice subtle expressions, tones, and energies. You listen rather than speak first. Your words are not scattered casually, they are given intentionally. This isn't weakness. This is quiet power. But it becomes heavy when you compare yourself to those who socialize with speed instead of depth. Stoicism cuts through that noise. It says, focus on what you can control, your presence, your actions, your sincerity. You do not control how others judge you, nor the outcome of every conversation. When you speak, let it be honest, not rehearsed. When you listen, let it be with genuine curiosity rather than fear of saying the wrong thing. Slowly, something changes. The pressure lifts. You begin to see interactions not as tests, but as moments. Friendship is not fast food. It's not something you grab quickly and expect to satisfy you. It's a garden. Introverts and shy people often forget this, feeling behind for growing connections slowly. But Seneca reminded us, no person is free who is not master of himself. Mastering your nature, living in harmony with it instead of fighting it, is the starting point of building friendships that resonate with who you truly are. The truth? Quiet people often attract the most meaningful connections, when they stop chasing and start being. When they stop apologizing for who they are and begin accepting that their quietness is not an obstacle, but an invitation for deeper souls to find them. 2. Trust issues. Trust is fragile. Not because people are always untrustworthy, but because your experiences shape how tightly you guard your heart. If you've been betrayed, disappointed, or hurt in ways that made you build emotional walls, trust doesn't flow naturally, it becomes something you give out in careful pieces. Stoicism doesn't tell you to lower your guard blindly. It tells you to understand the roots of your caution. Know your values deeply. Know your boundaries. Epictetus taught, first say to yourself what you would be, then do what you have to do. Before you open the door to someone's influence, know the foundation you stand on. This self-awareness is your compass. But trust issues don't only come from others, they come from within. From fearing that trusting someone will mean losing control. From believing that closeness always ends in pain. Stoicism acknowledges these fears, but it also teaches balance. Like the changing seasons, people change. Circumstances change. Relationships evolve. Expecting perfection, or expecting stability in everyone you meet, leads to unnecessary pain. No one is unchanging. The only constant is your own inner steadiness. This doesn't mean becoming cold. It means being honest. If doubts creep in, speak gently. Ask questions. Clarify instead of staying silent and assuming the worst. Darkness grows in silence. Clarity grows in conversation. Trust isn't built by testing people, it's built by talking to them. But trust is a two-way door. You offer honesty, and you listen. You speak, and you allow others space to speak too. You become neither rigid nor gullible. Like water, you learn to flow while keeping your essence intact. And with that balance, you create friendships that feel stable, not fragile. You don't need to trust everyone. You only need to trust wisely. And wisdom grows from knowing yourself first. 3. Lack of social opportunities. Sometimes loneliness doesn't come from who you are, but from where you are. Life today is loud but disconnected. Notifications replaced conversations. Crowds replaced communities. And many people find themselves alone not because they lack social skills, but because they lack genuine opportunities. Stoicism encourages action, but not frantic action. It teaches intentional steps that allow you to meet people who share your values and passions. Volunteering is one of the simplest. Helping others opens doors to connect with people who care about similar things. Whether you're cleaning a park, assisting at a shelter, or helping organize something simple, shared purpose naturally forms bonds. Workshops, interest groups, and seminars aren't just professional spaces, they're social spaces for people who think like you. When you enter a room where everyone shares something you love, conversation happens naturally. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to force topics. You simply speak from a place of passion. Nature is also a powerful connector. Group hikes, local outdoor activities, morning runs, spaces where formalities melt away and people speak freely. Real conversations start on trails and park benches in ways they never do in offices. It's not about meeting many people. It's about meeting the right ones. And often, that requires stepping outside your routine gently but consistently. Each small action plants a seed. Over time, those seeds grow into connections that fill the quiet spaces in your life, not with noise, but with presence. 4. Lack of social skills. Not having many friends sometimes comes down to something simple but overlooked. You were never taught how to socially connect in a natural way. Social skills are not gifts handed out at birth. They are learned, shaped, practiced, and refined over time. But here's the beautiful truth: you can grow them slowly and steadily. Marcus Aurelius encouraged welcoming the people fate brings your way. Start with small steps, greeting someone sincerely, making simple conversation with someone in line, joining a group discussion at a pace that feels comfortable. These moments build confidence drop by drop. The most powerful social skill of all is listening. Not listening to respond. Listening to understand. When you ask questions because you genuinely care about someone's thoughts, people feel seen. People feel valued. They open up. And from that simple opening, friendships begin. You don't have to perform to impress anyone. You don't have to tell the funniest story, or dominate conversations. You only need to create space for connection. Sometimes the people who speak the least are the ones others trust the most, because their presence feels safe. Not every conversation will become a bond. Some will fade. Some will be brief. But none of those moments are failures. They're practice. They're steps. Stoicism teaches calm acceptance in this process. You won't connect with everyone, and that's okay. What matters is consistency, intention, and authenticity. Over time, your skills sharpen. Your confidence grows. And your social world expands naturally. 5. Changing circumstances. There are seasons in life where everything shifts. Your priorities, your responsibilities, your path, your energy. And sometimes, without realizing it, friendships fade not because anyone did something wrong, but because life gently pulled you in different directions. There's a quiet story that mirrors this truth, the story of a boy and an old apple tree. When he was young, the tree was his friend. He played under its branches, sat in its shade, talked to it as if it understood him. But as he grew older, the boy stopped visiting. Not because he stopped caring, but because life started demanding things from him. Work. Money. Survival. Goals. Responsibilities. Many friendships dissolve in this same silent way. We grow up. We take on new burdens. Our schedules become crowded. The people we once spent hours with become distant memories. Not because we stopped loving them, but because we stopped tending to the connection. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Often we imagine people are upset with us, or that we have been forgotten. But the truth is simpler: we're all just trying to keep up with life. When the boy eventually returned to the tree, he came only when he needed something. And the tree always gave, even when it had little left. Some friendships are like that, one-sided without intention. And some friendships fade because both sides waited too long for the other to reach out. The lesson isn't to blame yourself for changing. Change is natural. But healthy connections require gentle maintenance, even in the small ways. A check-in. A simple message. A few minutes of presence. Like a tree growing deep roots over time, friendship grows from consistent small acts, not dramatic gestures. You don't have to rebuild every lost friendship. But for the ones that matter, a little intentional effort can revive a bond that once felt like home. And for the connections you've outgrown, accept them with gratitude, not guilt. Letting go is also part of living honestly. 6. Shifting priorities or growth. As you evolve, your world evolves with you. Careers expand. Goals sharpen. Responsibilities multiply. And your circle naturally shifts. This isn't a failure. It's the rhythm of maturity. There are periods in life when you barely have time for yourself, let alone for maintaining a wide social circle. Maybe you're pursuing education. Maybe you're building a business. Maybe you're taking care of your family. These transitions reshape your social life in ways that aren't always visible to others. Stoicism teaches us to embrace this reality without resentment or shame. Life flows like a river, never still, always moving. And as the river bends, some people drift closer to you, while others drift away. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change." Meaning, change is not the enemy. It's the nature of existence. Trying to force every friendship to stay forever only leads to exhaustion. Instead, Stoicism encourages focusing on quality rather than quantity. A few meaningful connections are more valuable than a dozen shallow ones. You don't need a large circle to feel fulfilled. You need sincere people whose presence aligns with your growth. The ones who remain with you through shifting priorities are the ones who match your current season. But here's the beauty, new priorities bring new people. When you pursue personal growth, you attract people who grow too. When you focus on peace, you attract peaceful connections. When you focus on authenticity, you attract genuine hearts. Not everyone is meant to stay, but everyone who stays has a purpose. Your journey isn't meant to be crowded. It's meant to be aligned. And sometimes, losing friends isn't loss, it's space being cleared for people who match the person you're becoming. 7. Mental well-being. What happens inside your mind shapes what happens around you. When your mental world feels heavy, anxiety, stress, burnout, sadness, socializing stops feeling natural. It becomes a challenge. Not because you don't care about people, but because your inner world takes all your energy. Stoicism doesn't tell you to suppress these feelings. It teaches you to understand them. To observe them without letting them define you. Epictetus taught, "Seek not to have events happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do." This means accepting the emotional storms you face and learning to navigate them with awareness. When your mind is overwhelmed, friendships can feel like tasks instead of comfort. You withdraw to protect your energy. You cancel plans. You stay silent when you want to reach out. Not because you don't value connection, but because your inner landscape is too stormy to welcome visitors. This is more common than people admit. Mindfulness becomes the first step out of this fog. And mindfulness doesn't mean trying to be empty or emotionless. It simply means being present. Being aware of your feelings without drowning in them. A simple moment of breathing. A few minutes of reflection. These acts send signals to your mind, reminding it that it's safe to slow down. Meditation, even just 10 quiet minutes, helps clear emotional clutter. Not to become a monk, but to become steady. And steadiness makes friendship easier. People naturally gravitate towards calm hearts, not because they expect perfection, but because calmness feels safe. Tranquility isn't found by escaping life. Often, it's found right in the middle of chaos when you choose not to fight every storm. When you control your reactions instead of forcing life to match your desires. And when you build this inner peace, even slowly, you create a soft space where friendships can grow naturally. You don't need to fix everything at once. You only need to care for your inner world one moment at a time. As your mind becomes clearer, your connections deepen. As you understand yourself better, you understand others better. And in that understanding, friendships begin to bloom again. 8. Lifestyle choices. The speed of modern life can make even the warmest heart appear distant. When your days are packed with responsibilities, deadlines, and personal goals, friendships can unintentionally take the back seat. Not because you don't care, but because your capacity is stretched thin. You may find yourself working late, adjusting routines, juggling multiple tasks, and by the end of the day, the chair across from you remains empty. Stoicism challenges you to look honestly at your choices. Are you filling your hours with things that truly matter? Are you creating space for the people who bring meaning to your life? Life isn't only about productivity. It's also about connection. But connection needs intentional time. Imagine your day as a block of stone. Each decision you make is a chisel stroke shaping it into something meaningful. You can schedule your responsibilities while still carving out spaces, small but important, for relationships. It doesn't have to be hours. Sometimes 10 minutes of sincerity is worth more than an hour of distracted presence. The Stoic approach teaches balance, not perfection. Think of your life like a mosaic. Every piece, work, rest, goals, passions, relationships, fits together to create a full picture. If you remove the piece representing friendships, the mosaic loses color. This is why it's important to create small habits that support connection, even in a busy life. Reach out when you can. Communicate when you feel it. Share moments when possible. These small acts keep relationships alive. You don't need to be everywhere. You only need to be intentional. And intention is enough to show the people you value that they matter. 9. Differences in interests. Sometimes friendships don't form simply because your interests don't match the interests of the people around you. And that's okay. But it becomes a challenge when you expect perfect alignment before opening up. Interests differ. Hobbies clash. Passions vary. But differences are not barriers unless you let them be. Think of a musical melody. Different notes come together to create harmony. In the same way, two people can enjoy completely different things and still form powerful bonds. Stoicism reminds us to look beyond surface-level differences and see the deeper human qualities we share: curiosity, passion, hope, love, dreams. Let's say you enjoy gaming, but someone else loves gardening. At first glance, you might think you have nothing in common. But when you look deeper, you notice both activities require patience, dedication, and creativity. That's the bridge. That's the common thread. And once you discover that thread, connection becomes easier. You don't need to pretend to love everything someone else loves. Just show genuine curiosity. Ask questions. Appreciate their passion. Let them share their world. And in return, share yours. When both sides feel seen, understood, and respected, differences turn into opportunities for growth. Stoicism encourages us to value these differences, not avoid them. They expand our minds. They stretch our comfort zones. They introduce us to new experiences and perspectives. And often, the most meaningful friendships aren't built on similarity, they're built on the willingness to learn from each other. As long as values align, interests don't have to match. What matters most is sincerity, respect, and willingness to grow together. Stoicism isn't about hiding your emotions or pretending to be unaffected. It's about understanding your inner world so deeply that you can direct your reactions instead of being controlled by them. And this understanding extends naturally into friendships. You open the door not to everyone, but to those who resonate with who you are becoming. You learn to appreciate the differences, to embrace the unique qualities others bring, and to offer your presence without forcing anything. Friendship becomes a choice, not a chase. A calm journey, not a frantic pursuit. If you found wisdom in this reflection today, let your support ripple outward. A simple thumbs up helps this message reach someone who might be searching for clarity, comfort, or connection. And if you're new to Stoic Quiet Strength, where power lives in silence and wisdom grows through reflection, consider subscribing and tapping the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into ancient teachings for modern lives. Your voice matters here. Share your experience with us in the comments. Tell us how you navigate friendships in your own life. Are you someone who enjoys quiet, intimate connections? Or do you thrive in energetic social spaces? And if you're not sure what to say, simply share whether you are an introvert, extrovert, or ambivert. Every comment adds to the community we're building, one rooted in understanding, growth, and support. Thank you for spending this time with us. Your presence here isn't taken lightly. As you continue your journey toward building meaningful relationships, remember the wisdom the Stoics handed down: value what's real, stay true to your nature, and let your connections grow at the pace that feels right for you. You don't need a crowded life to live a valuable one. You only need sincerity, awareness, and the courage to embrace both solitude and companionship. Whenever you're ready to keep growing, learning, and finding strength in silence, choose a video on your screen and continue your journey into Stoic wisdom. Stay steady. Stay open. Stay grounded. And above all, stay connected to the person you are becoming.